Good day, everyone. Today is another edition of Lessons from Rabbi, and today we'll be talking about a topic titled Your Freedom by Your Association. It's going to be a series, and we'll start with the introduction. Our text is taken from Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 to 5. And in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1, we discovered that the Lord gave 4 instructions to Father Abraham. He told him to leave his country and told him to leave his family, his father's house, and go to the land that he would show him. But from verse 2 of Genesis chapter 12, we discovered that the Lord gave him 7 promises premised on the 4 instructions that were earlier given to Father Abraham. And the 7 promises were that the Lord said, I would make you great, I'll bless you, those that bless you shall be blessed, those that curse you shall be cursed, and in you all the nations of the earth shall be blessed. We went further to now discover that there are keys to our freedom by our association. And the first key to note is the key of obedience. Obedience should be full, not partial. Obedience should not be done 50% over 100%. And Father Abraham obeyed 2 instructions out of the 4 instructions he was given in Genesis 12 verse 1. He left his country and he went to the country that the Lord said he would show him. But he never really left his father's house and he never really left his family because he took with him his beloved nephew, Lot. Eventually, this made him had a 50% over 100% of obedience, not total obedience. We are also saying here that the next key is the key of separation. Separation should be total separation and not partial separation. It is noteworthy here that separation, some people are actually good for you, but they're not good for your journey. 2, some persons will slow down your growth if you're not separated from them. And separation should not be mixed with sentiments. Father Abraham mixed his separation from his nephew Lot with sentiments. If we go down on the background story in Genesis chapter 11, we noticed that Father Abraham was the first of 3 children, and his younger brother, Aaron, the father of Lot, died and predeceased every other person, including their father, Terah. This made Father Abraham love Lot, his nephew, so much. By the time the Lord told him to leave his family, he didn't know that he was walking around with his family, which is Lot. He told him to leave his father's house. He was going about with Lot. Another key to our association, our freedom by our association, is alignment. Alignment. It is noteworthy that when we align with certain persons, we get blessed or we get cursed. Yes, we get blessed or we get cursed. The secret to the blessing and the prosperity of Lot while he was staying with Father Abraham in Canaan was because of the spiritual covering that he enjoyed under Father Abraham. There was an alignment that made him enjoy so much blessings. There was an alignment. This is why you're supposed to be careful of the clubs, the friendship, the associations that you put yourself to, the umbrella that you belong. Alignment means a lot. It can make you and it can mar you. We all noticed in Genesis chapter 13 that until it got to a point where Father Abraham mustered the courage to tell his nephew Lot that they needed to separate at that time when they started having issues with their herdsmen and their animals. They needed to be separated at that time. Another key, discernment. We need to know that it's good to discern what the Lord is telling us to do by time. It's a key that we need in our association with people. We should be able to discern who to move with at a particular time and who not to. When Father Abraham noticed that it was time for him to be separated from his nephew Lot, he just said it. Lot, you need to go your way. But unfortunately, Lot did not pick the choice of his land by the Spirit. He picked by sight, while Father Abraham picked by the Spirit. He went to Sodom, he went to Gomorrah. He thought that the place looking down Jordan would be a very good place and flourishing place for him. Discernment. Father Abraham was able to discern that where he was just good for him. And Lot picked the choice of his own land by sight and not by the Spirit. I hope that this lesson has blessed you. See